everybody, and welcome to another episode of Bill Has Opinions. Your can't miss Bill shit. I am Laura Lavoie, and I'm here with Bill Perkins.
Hey, everybody! I'm here in person tonight.
Welcome. Yes, because last week, as I asked you, what was the status of your battery, and you said, as the French say,
I can't remember the word now.
Replace. I believe it's what you said.
Which means I replaced it.
Yes.
I went to Sam's Club on Saturday and bought a new one.
Perfect. So you're here.
And it turns out that's all that was wrong with the car. Was just a stupid battery died. Like, it has been because we had that 2 weeks of like really, really cold. Although funnily enough, it cranked up the night before I was leaving to come here. I had drove the car, so I don't. But I guess that was just it. Like, I must have got the last couple amps that were left in it. It was like, all right, the hell with it. I'm done. Mm-hmm. I jumped it for like, I had a little box thing that you put on it.
Oh, yeah. The trickle charger.
Yeah. I put one of those on it for like a day and a half and it still never turned over. It would go, and it would, and it would do that. And then I'd give it like 12, 15 hours and I'd go out and try to get, so I was like, all right, this thing's dead as a fuck, but I assume because it was trying, I'm like, well, the car doesn't seem to be tore up. It's just the battery, I think. So put a new battery in it, immediately cranked up and it's fine.
Perfect.
I just needed a new battery. It's had the same battery in it since the car was made.
Yeah. That's a long time.
It's a 2016 vehicle and I purchased it in 2020 and I have not changed the battery since I got it. So it was time.
Right.
And I got in before. I don't know if tariffs are going to affect batteries. They're going to affect tires. If you guys need tires, go get them now.
Right now we don't know. They'll affect because it's sort of.
Are the tariffs in effect or are they not? I don't even know yet. Like
currently, no, but apparently today he was, according to an interview on Air Force One on the way to the Super Bowl, he said that he was going to announce tariffs on steel and aluminum starting today, but then I didn't see anything else after that.
Oh yeah,
exactly. Yeah, no, it's cluster.
It's just it's back to what it was 4 years ago, where every fucking day is like, here's a barrage of like 6 fucking things you gotta have anxiety about, right?
But I think it's even weirder. Like I think it got even weirder this time.
Oh, 100%, because other factors at play, but.
Right.
Yeah. Okay, we'll get to that.
Anyway, let's because we've got a variety of beverages.
Yeah.
So let's start with a little of this. All right. So you brought. What's that? What do you got there?
Oh, I'm currently drinking a Boojum White Rabbit. I think I've talked about this before.
Yeah.
It's a pretty good white ale from Boojum over in Waynesville. It's tasty. It's not quite as white as like White Zombie or Diablo Blanco, which is the one that what's that one? It's over in Winston-Salem or somewhere.
Oh, Foothills?
Not Foothills. No, maybe it's not Winston-Salem. It's further than that. But the same people who make Brown Penny.
Oh, yes.
Big Boss.
Big Boss.
Yeah, it's kind of like that. It's in that milieu, but it's a little. It's not quite as white. Like it's almost a Kolsch kind of, right? See, it's a little yellow.
Well, it's an ale, so It's not a Kolsch, but
you know what I'm saying? Like, it's flavor wise,
it's got a lot of the. Yeah, I liked it.
It's really tasty. I liked it a lot.
Yeah.
I'm drinking this instead of whatever the fuck ABC puts out because I'm done with ABC because I don't. I'll say this. I don't know who to believe. I don't know who's at fault.
I've read the legal things.
Okay, but I've read, but here's the thing. I know some stuff about ABC from years ago, and I guess I was already giving them a slide that I shouldn't have been giving them.
Yeah.
So, based on their history, I'm inclined to side against them.
Sure.
If that makes any sense.
Sure.
I know there's 2 sides to every story, but anyway,
The legal filings are very interesting. But anyway, I just have what I've got here. I didn't bring it out. It's a Highland Daycation. It's their session IPA. Yeah. It's tasty.
Yeah.
But
Yes.
And
but
you briefly, well, did you mention it on the show? I don't know if you mentioned it on the show last week, but you mentioned to me that
I
had
told you
brought it back.
privately, I believe.
Yeah. So
I brought these back in little bottles because I didn't want to claim anything. I didn't want to check a bag. So I bought the little mini bottles, which are under the 3-ounce rule, and I put
Right.
them in the Ziploc bag in my.
right.
Anyway, this is a Mayan spirit. I'm gonna attempt.
there's
I'm gonna attempt.
No world in which I can.
I'm going to attempt. I think it's called Shtebintun. Shtebintun. I think the X is pronounced
Well, the XT, like, because it's XT.
Shtebin. Yeah.
The X
The X
itself would
is
just be
sh.
Z.
Well, it's sh
Like
in Mayan.
Well,
from what
no.
I'm told.
Well, yeah, yes and no, because if it's just like Zolo, like the dog, XOLO, it's Z.
Okay.
So, but that's XT, and I think that creates the sh.
Okay.
Yes.
I know it. I know. Well, the other drink I've told you about is one called spelled POX, but it's pronounced Posh. So I don't know, man. Everything down there has got an X in it. But anyway, that's probably a disservice to this drink. But anyway, it is a Mayan liquor, and it's made from honey, and it's like a honey rum or something, I believe.
It's more of a liqueur,
Okay.
because it's also made with
anise.
anise.
Yeah.
So
I forgot about that.
that sort of
Licorice sort of
taste.
taste.
The licorice taste, and almost every culture has some sort of licorice type beverage. So I made
cheers.
I made a Mayan margarita.
Mm-hmm.
So let's I don't know what I'm expecting here. Oh, it's not bad.
It's not bad.
That licorice, though, you smell that like that's the first thing you
smell. It is
smell.
very forward, yes, but it's not bad. Like, it actually offsets the lime very nicely.
And you know what it tastes like more than straight licorice? It tastes like fennel. Like I'm drinking a sausage margarita, and I'm not mad at it. But it definitely tastes like a sausage margarita.
Huh. Yeah. Fennel, anise, and licorice, and slippery elm.
Yeah.
Is another thing that also tastes. Have you ever had the tea for your throat?
Yeah.
Those are all the same flavor profile, right? And then, of course, like you said, like most cultures, you got ouzo and sambuca.
Yes,
and absinthe.
Absinthe, yes.
All these things that have Malort, kind of.
Yeah. Well,
Malort's like, if you want to take it up a notch, But you know what I'm saying? In the disgusting liquors, category.
No, this is actually pretty tasty. The flavor, even more than just licorice.
Mm-hmm.
I definitely get a fennel flavor.
Thai basil.
Oh, Thai basil, yeah. So it tastes like I'm drinking sausage, but I don't. It's fine.
I'm pretending it's pad Thai.
Yeah, it's got a little of that. It definitely has a little of that. And I'm not going to open it yet. I think we should finish these and then finish the rest of our actual the beers that we have.
Sure. But
this is courtesy of Superfan Jay. When Matt and I were just up in Michigan, he brought this. It's the Odd Sides Bean Flicker Shamrock. So it's their chocolate coffee beer, but then they add mint for this.
Oh.
And we've discussed this on the show. Yeah, mint beers are not necessarily our favorite.
Yeah. That's what put me like up to that point. I was down, like the regular bean flicker. I think I would like.
Yeah.
But I don't know about. Well, we'll see.
Well, I think you need to try it. You don't have to like it, but you need to try it.
Yeah, I've had a chocolate mint at Christmas time.
Yeah.
I think what was it? One of the Trogs or something makes one like that. I think, and I did not care for it.
Well, and this is described as coffee blonde ale with the added flavors of mint and Irish cream.
It might be all right.
But as it was described to me, it tastes like an Andes mint. And that wasn't
how you found it?
No, I found it to taste exactly like an Andes mint. But I can only drink so much of that.
There's only so much Andes mint you want.
Yeah.
There is a reason.
Normally, I want this much. right?
Like two of them is plenty.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Okay.
All right, so let's enjoy
Yeah,
our
this
sausage
is-
margarita.
This sausage.
And-
I don't feel like, to me it doesn't lean fennel. Like I know what you're saying because it is in the same flavor
Yeah.
profile,
Definitely.
but I'm not feeling that. Although it's not my favorite. Like I gotta tell you, I wish I could have found a bottle of the other stuff I was talking about, the Posh,
Right.
which it's a corn based. It's corn and sugar, so it's kind of in between rum and whiskey.
Yeah, that was what I was reading.
But that
about.
one's harder to find. This one was everywhere. You could find this on any corner down there. So I was like, well, this is easy to get. But those are the two different liquors that you can get in the Mayan Riviera.
Well, and we and we'll bring this up later, but we talked about maybe next year, all of us going down.
Sure, yeah,
there.
absolutely.
So,
we're gonna go down one more time because we got some things we haven't accomplished. We just discovered how wonderful their bus system was. Like the last weekend we were there, so I was like, well, hell, man, we got to go back, and then we got to we got to go do some day trips here and there and stuff. So, yeah, it's nice. Plus, it's nice to go somewhere where it's green in the wintertime.
So Matt says that his tongue is slightly numb. So is it almost like what is that? The Szechuan pepper?
Yeah, the Szechuan pepper that numbs you.
Szechuan peppercorn. Yeah, I can see why that is. Either we have an allergy to it, or I can see why it has a little bit of.
Yeah, let me know if your throat closes up.
Yeah,
man. We'll call the ambulance.
Well, all three of us are drinking it, so.
Well, I mean, we might not all be allergic to it, though.
That's
is what it might just be him.
That's true. All right.
Although, I mean, you've drank ouzo, right? And anise and licorice are not the same thing, I guess.
Well,
they taste similar.
They taste similar. Same with fennel. So yeah.
I don't know. Yeah. This is anise is the thing that's making it taste that way.
Yeah. But no, I agree. My numb is a little tongue. My tongue is a little bit numb. So I mean,
it could be you put a lot of lime in there too.
I did.
It's very lime.
I mean, I put the amount of lime that
it called for. I understand. I'm just I'm stating a thing that lime will also kind of
true.
Like citric acid can trip up your tongue a little bit.
And I did put in regular lime, although I do have key lime juice, and I was thinking about putting that in, but sometimes that makes it too tart.
I got you.
But it depends on how. Like I wasn't sure how sweet that would be.
Yeah.
So all right. Anyway. Since we're like halfway through the show.
Well, there you go.
Well, listen, I think we're off the cuff most of this. So let's get into headlines.
Let's do it. I mean, these headlines will drive you to drinking, so
that's true.
I mean, that's why we're doing what we're doing.
That's true. And this is mostly off the cuff because when I messaged you early today, I said any topics.
And I said, where does one start? Where does one start lately? Who knows? Oh my gosh.
So I suggested the Super Bowl and the Kendrick Lamar halftime, and you said and more.
And more, yeah. But I am having fun with that one because I've been arguing with fools on the internet all day today about Kendrick Lamar and the halftime show, which by the way, I didn't even fucking see. I don't even give a damn. But here's the thing. Because here's how I watched. I could have watched it because it was free on Tubi.
Yeah.
Although I imagine if I tried to watch it on Tubi, that my feed would have crapped out because Tubi sucks at that kind of stuff.
We had it on Tubi.
You watched it on Tubi and it worked?
We watched it on Tubi. We had it on Tubi here and we weren't even home, and it was on Tubi next door.
And it worked.
It worked the whole time. Okay, never a problem.
Okay, so traditionally when Tubi has tried to live stream anything, they've failed colossally. But okay, good. They got their shit together finally. Good for them. I ain't knocking Tubi. I like Tubi. Tubi has a very good selection of horror movies from the 80s and 70s that I love to watch. I mean, even if they are interrupted by commercials, they still have shit. You can't listen. A friend of mine posted this the other day. He said the oldest fiction film that Netflix is showing.
Oh, I saw that.
Yeah.
Shoot. I can't remember what it was.
Was it like the Sting or something?
Yeah, it was. Yeah, it was.
It's like something from the 70s though. And like after that, there's like you can't watch Casablanca. You can't watch, like there's nothing on there. Like and this happens to me every time I'm on Netflix. If I'm looking for a movie, if I actually type a movie name in, it's like, we don't have that. How about this? And then they have some like shitty fucking low budget production, usually. So they buy a lot of like fucking, I think, like people's film school projects that are basically close to free,
right?
And so they'll always try to like divert you to like, you're like, I want to watch Chud, and they're like, we don't have Chud, but we have this, from 2007, some film school kids, thing about people living in the sewer, and I'm like, no, that's not Chud.
No,
fuck off.
I don't want to watch.
I want to watch Chud. Damn it, Tubi has Chud. Tubi has The Stuff. Tubi has fucking, man. If you like lesbian vampire movies, they got them all.
Every single one.
Man, it's crazy to me. One of these days we're gonna have next October. We're gonna have a show just about the number of subgenres of vampire movies that there are. Because there's horror movies, and then there's vampire movies, and then there's like 78 subgenres of vampire movies. And my man, Tubi has them all. If you like a type of a subgenre of vampire movie, Tubi's got it. So that's what I'm trying to say about Tubi.
Yes, but Super Bowl.
Woo, Super Bowl. Okay, I didn't watch it except for I log onto my phone and I hit refresh every so often to see what the score is. The Chiefs, they show up to play. They decided to wait till the last quarter.
They did. They totally decided.
Oh shit, we're getting our asses kicked. We should probably play or something, huh?
We did. So we were at a Super Bowl party for the entire first half and the halftime show, and then we're like, oh my god, it's like, I don't know.
I thought they were going to lose by 0.
Yeah, I thought so too. And it was like 30 something to whatever, 27 to whatever. And I'm like, I could just go home now. And plus, home was next door.
Yeah,
so
you're like,
I
mean, yeah.
I'm like, I want to put on my pajamas and watch something else. So we came home and we watched a TV show. I put on my pajamas. We watched a TV show, made tea, and then we turned on the Super Bowl in the last 3 minutes.
Okay.
And in that last 3 minutes, Mahomes threw like a Hail Mary touchdown into the end zone.
Mm-hmm.
And it was beautiful, but it was too much, too little, too late.
Why wait until the third quarter, like the fourth quarter to play?
Yeah.
This is some horse shit. Like, yeah. I was like, because I mean, I hadn't checked it in a while. We were watching something else. And then at some point I was like, let me check it again. I was like, oh, hey, they finally got on the board, but too late,
I mean, that's the only reason they didn't look embarrassed, but frankly, they looked embarrassed the whole game.
Either way, yeah, it's kind of sad.
Because the Eagles, and I have no love for the Eagles.
Hey, but it's for the best, because you know what? If the Eagles hadn't have won the game, they would have won the fight afterwards.
That's true. As you can see, actually, my sister sent me this shirt, and it was supposed to come on Saturday, and it did not arrive. So I got it today. So that's why I'm wearing it today. But it's the I hope both teams lose.
Well, yeah, because they both suck. Fuck them.
Exactly. Go Lions. But
yeah. And either way, Philadelphia was getting torn to the ground, like whether they lost or won. Like they should never get to the top of.
But they played like they came to win, whereas the Mahomes and the Chiefs did not.
What how do you get to that point?
Well, if you weren't watching the game, what you didn't see is that the Eagles' defense was. I mean, they sacked Mahomes over and over and over, like play after play after play.
Okay, so they were like, this guy's not going to play next year.
Yeah, I mean, it's hard to sack Mahomes. He doesn't get sacked very often, but they were just they were like leveling.
Like, this is the last year of your career.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think it is, but yeah, it was.
We're going to fuck you over.
It was unpleasant.
Oh, my God. Okay. So that happened, but then there was a halftime show, apparently, which I also didn't watch. But I read all the replies to it today. Oh, my God, man. Listen, and this kind of harkens back to last week when I was talking about the, Beyonce winning the country Grammy.
Mm-hmm.
It's the same shit. It's a bunch of butthurt over fucking nothing. Who gives a goddamn?
Well, and to that exact point, they said the exact same thing. I saw many people say that this was the DEI halftime show.
Who the fuck did earn it? That's what I want to know, because that's what they mean with there's the redneck version of DEI, as they say, it means didn't earn it, right?
Right.
Okay, so who the fuck who the fuck is supposed to be there right now? Who do you think who would have put on a better halftime show? Who is the current, cream of the crop?
Apparently, what they want is, oh shit, this would have been a
Ted
funnier-
Nugent and Kid Rock.
Yeah, that. But who was Carrie Underwood who played the inauguration? So yeah.
Okay.
Someone who is
Some wash up from fucking
who's
American Idol.
Yeah, but someone who's MAGA.
Okay.
But the beautiful part, and you did not see the beautiful part of this, but you have seen the fallout, right?
Yeah, totally.
Is that the Kendrick Lamar Super Bowl show was from start to finish poetry about oppression.
Yeah.
It was totally like, this is the Black experience. You can all fuck off.
Also, fuck you, Drake.
Also, fuck you, Drake. Yeah, that's the best part is that they were,
Right.
I didn't, I just want to aside, when I drank this out of the can in Michigan, when it was brought to me, I expected it to be like dark, like black.
Well, you
dark.
said it was a
It
blonde.
is. Yeah, I didn't realize that at the time. But smell that. I know you're not done with that.
Okay.
But smell this.
I probably should drink this and come back to that as a palate cleanser. Right?
Yeah, that's probably true.
I like the smell of it. Listen, if it was a liquor drink, I wouldn't hate it.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If it was like Bailey's and Jameson and something or other, creme de menthe,
Yes.
I'd be like, oh yeah, that's delicious.
I have at least two more of these.
Really.
And I don't know what to do with them.
Mm.
But I'll keep them. Maybe
Yeah.
we'll drink them for St. Patrick's Day.
Okay, it's not awful.
Exactly. It's not awful, but I couldn't drink more. Like that
I wouldn't,
day,
I wouldn't drink a
one.
6-pack of them.
No. And that day we were playing games and I drank a whole, and by the time I was to here, I was like,
I'm
good
kind of
now.
over it.
Yeah, I'm good now.
It's probably good that you split it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I
But
feel you.
we'll save the other two. Maybe we'll drink them for we'll challenge ourselves to drink them for
Was it
St.
you or
Patrick's.
Jay who was telling me about a game you would play post or pre going to Lions games where you would bring a sack of random 40s?
That was us. Yes. Absolutely. It was called the 40 grab bag.
Uh-huh.
Yes, that was a thing that we did. This is somebody Matt used to tailgate with, where you would in a blind sack, you would get the worst 40s, like from the convenience store, and just stick them in the sack, and then everybody had to pick one. And so there was one for everybody, and they're all bad, but one had to be particularly bad.
Sure.
And one time we did it, that one was Cool Colt. It was the menthol.
It's a
Colt
menthol
45.
Colt. Okay, so it's like you smoked Newport and then drank your beer.
Colt 45. Yes. And one year we did it. The worst one was Old English. It was, but it was, oh my God. That was a fun game.
No, it sounds
That's for tailgating.
Yeah.
But yeah, I would put this in. I would do it as a advanced tailgating.
I was thinking about this the other day because of these.
Oh, right.
I was
Get weird liquors.
wouldn't it be fun to go get have a mini bottle grab bag? I was actually thinking about next year for Swanky.
Oh,
Getting a Santa's sack.
Oh my God, that's actually a great
And filling it with
idea.
mini and making people blind. Whatever you pull out, you got to drink it.
That's a great
You got to fucking
idea.
drink it. I go down to O'Darby's and I just buy an ass load of
buy it the weirdest.
yeah, vanilla schnapps and whatever the.
And sometimes they have this tiny cocktails.
Yeah.
In the little round. Yeah, no, absolutely.
Oh God, those are god awful. Yeah,
yeah.
Oh God,
sometimes they're mudslide. They're
that's terrible.
There's malt liquor with chocolate.
Listen, any pre-mixed cocktail that's in a can or a bottle is always. I've never had one that I've liked. Every time I've ever opened one of those, I'm like, this is disgusting.
I actually love that idea.
Yes.
Let's have that
We
conversation.
could do that. Yes.
It'll also depend on what the swanky
theme
is.
Okay.
So if we can make it where, like, a Santa sack would always work
Uh-huh.
because it's a Christmas party.
Sure.
But if the theme made it even better.
Yes.
Yeah, I think that could be awesome.
Yeah, we can lean into it, whatever it is. But yeah,
we'll
just
figure
an
that
idea
out.
I had the other day.
I love it.
When
I
I was
love it.
because I had these sitting on the counter and I was looking at them and I was like, oh, you know what? We should do like a mini bottle version of that fucking party game.
We have a couple of mini bottles of a Icelandic liqueur that I have not done.
Does it taste
with.
like
I
fetid shark?
I've never had it. I actually have a tiki drink to make with it, but I just haven't made it.
Ooh.
So anyway, Kendrick Lamar. We have like 4 minutes.
Jesus, yes, Kendrick Lamar. So everybody's whining and complaining all damn day about Kendrick. I didn't care for this particular thing, and it was like, man, like I have gotten to the point in my life. Like, listen, I don't. They're modern rap music. I don't love it. Like, obviously, like rap music from the 90s and the 80s was what I was into.
Sure.
You know, and I don't love modern rap music, like the shit that my stepdaughter listens to. I hear it, and I'm like, you know, but then I don't. Here's the thing. At the end of the day, I go, you know what? I'm not the target audience.
Exactly.
I'm not like, so I don't go, ew, this isn't, blah, 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 blah. I just go, you know what? I'm not the target audience. It's not for me. I'm sure it's fine.
But right, you
know,
can also acknowledge that it is an art form. It's an art form that evolves, just like every other art form.
And it's just changed, and it's changed beyond what I want to hear, obviously. Right. And I'm an old man who, you know, and but that's on me. It's not on the art. Like exactly. I'm not pissed off at it for being what it is. Whereas a lot of people, you know, are just like, you know, they get on the internet and they're like, I don't like it anymore.
And Kendrick Lamar is a perfect example of that, right? This is a man who won the very first Pulitzer Prize for music for anything other than classical or jazz. So he has something to say with his music. And that's exactly what he gave us for this halftime. So I know that you did not see it live, but have you watched clips of it or anything today?
I mean, I saw a few clips here and there, but the clips I watched were, sadly, they were clips from in the stadium, which the sound was echoing. So it was not quite like everything wasn't synced. I should watch it. I'll go back tomorrow and watch
recommend watching the whole thing.
A clip of the whole thing. Yes. I mean, you know,
I actually need to go back and watch it because I was watching it at a party with a bunch of white people. And everybody was, you know, progressive there, but also, you know, people were talking, and so it wasn't like I didn't get the full. We were all like, yeah, oh my God, this is awesome. But none of us really got the full effect.
I mean, you know, it's funny because I saw somebody belly aching about it, and they were like, "Oh, this is terrible," you know, and they're like, "This needs to be like." I remember back when Bruno Mars played, that was good stuff, and I was like, "Oh, I fucking hate Bruno Mars."
I actually like Bruno Mars, but I do think I think that Bruno Mars is over here and Kendrick Lamar is over here. Like they're completely
my problem
different.
with Bruno Mars is just that Bruno Mars he's a nostalgia artist. And I'm not to knock all, because Lenny Kravitz and Matthew Sweet are also nostalgia artists. So he's in the same milieu as those. He's like basically like, hey guys, remember Prince and Morris Day and the Time? That's what I'm doing. You know, and I'm like, yeah, but I liked Prince and Morris Day and the Time. And I still
here's the thing about that. What I want to like, the reason I like Bruno Mars is that he is one of the few musicians today that are doing kind of retro Motown. And what I want to hear is I like original Motown and I like Prince and all of that. But what I want to hear is new artists taking on that history and making new music. Yeah. And that's why I like Bruno Mars. That's why I like Janelle Monáe too. Okay. He's doing the same thing.
I like retro. Who was the person that, God, this was probably, it's over a decade ago. There was a song called Smooth Sailing. What was that guy's name?
I don't know.
Smooth Sailing. I don't know. It sounded like a Smokey Robinson song.
Sure.
But it was somebody else. I don't know fucking know. But I liked that. Bruno Mars, my problem with Bruno Mars is his stuff. I can tell you which song he's ripping off, and that's the part that's too close to the original.
Sure.
You know what I mean? Like Treasure. I could be like, that's Lady. What was the song? Lady, you build me up when I am down. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Who was that? I don't.
That's not. Yeah.
Is Kool in the Gang or something?
Maybe. Yeah.
I don't know. Anyway, it's like that. Treasure is that plus some Lionel Richie song. I can't remember, but it's like those two songs melded together. And Uptown Funk was 100% just Jungle Love. Like every time I heard it, I was like, I'd rather just hear fucking Jungle Love. Jesus Christ, it's the exact same fucking song. Like, so it. Listen, and I know because Bruno Mars also wrote the CeeLo Green song that was a big hit.
Mhm.
So I know he can write good songs. So I'm not knocking him. Like I know he's capable. It's just a lot of his stuff sounds terribly like so derivative that I can tell you what song he's ripping off.
Sure.
And that's when it bothers me. It's like I don't mind if it's like in the style of, you know, it's like the Weird Al songs that are like this kind of sounds like
that are the style parodies.
Yes.
But yeah, I think there's a difference.
But I don't want it to sound exactly like the fucking like when it has. So his will have like a couple notes where you're like that's a lift. You know what I'm saying? Like he lifted that part from that original song, and I'm like, no, that's borderline fucking like you should be in court. You know? But
the people that are saying, "Oh, you remember this?"
Yeah,
you know, they are the people that are just racist. I mean, there's no
100%.
ifs, ands, or buts.
Yeah, no, I'm not trying to be that person. Like I'm like, if I don't like something, it doesn't. Here's the thing, and this is the thing like with white people, I think. Okay, and I'm a white people.
Fucking white people.
I'm saying this is a white people, but most white people. Here's the thing. Sometimes I'll have initially that knee jerk thing, but then I get over it quickly because I like to. I self-analyze.
Sure.
A lot of white people, though, this is the thing. If there's something that happens and it doesn't directly concern them, they get their knickers in a twist immediately. You know, like, this isn't about me. Well, fuck this. You know?
Why isn't it about me?
Why isn't it about me?
Exactly.
Yeah, like you know, like if you have a club that's like, this is the, you know, the gay Eskimo club, and they're like, well, I don't like that because I'm not a gay Eskimo.
Right.
You know?
Well, I mean, in a real life example, it's pride. Well, where's the white?
Where's
pride?
the white?
Where's the straight pride?
What would that be? That would be the lamest fucking parade.
That'd also be literally every fucking day in America.
Yes, it's they have that parade every goddamn day. Like you don't need like I remember one day when I first moved to Chicago. Well, not the second time I moved to Chicago. Me and my ex-wife were moving to Chicago, and we were being driven around by this guy who was showing us rental properties, and there was a gay pride parade in town. And he was like, well, if you ask me, there should be a straight pride parade. We both looked at each other like, why in the fuck should there be that?
It would be so boring. So boring.
I don't know. He was just saying that because we were straight people,
right,
in the back of the car. But we were like, don't pander to us. Like, I don't agree with you, sir. You know, like,
exactly.
This is dumb. Like, that's a dumb statement. I would love to go to a gay pride parade. Like, that's good times.
I
will
go. We go to downtown all the time.
Pride parades are awesome. Gay, drag shows are awesome. I don't give a like all this stuff's good times. Why? Oh, so this also brings me to another point I realized this week. This is the whole thing. Everything. I'm going to summarize because we got to wrap this up, right?
We do, yeah. Okay. We got beats.
I mean, I can have so many things I could talk about today, but here's what I want to talk about: is this is the thing I've realized, especially about the current, the oligarchy, right?
Yeah,
whatever you want to call them. Like these people they've amassed so much fucking money, right?
The people at the top.
The people at the top. They're sitting on hordes of fucking money. Elon and Trump and people like that, right? Like they're sitting on hordes of money. They're like fucking dragons from Lord of the Rings, sitting on their pile of gold.
Yeah.
But it hasn't made them happy, right?
No, right, exactly.
When you look at any fucking picture of Trump or Elon, and they always have this dour fucking look on their face, right? And so I think what happens is they're like, well, I'm the richest man on earth, and I'm still not fucking happy. And they look around and they see other people having a good time, and they go, well, fuck them. fuck those people for having a good time. I'm going to take away their good time because I can't buy happiness.
Right.
So fuck those people. And that's what they're going for now. They realize, like, no matter how much money they get, they can't be happy. But they can make you unhappy.
Yes.
So fucking have your, like, just don't let them take your fucking joy. That's what I'm trying. That's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have my goddamn joy. Fuck those people. Let them be sour. I hope they die unhappy.
100%.
Like, you know, like, I hope they die rich and unhappy.
Yes. No,
Like,
I completely agree with that.
I'm gonna go to a drag show or karaoke or whatever the fuck and have a good damn time. And you know, and they're gonna be like, I can't buy happiness with my bazillion dollars.
Exactly. No, you know, it draws me back to my all-time favorite book and movie, which I was not planning to speak about right now, but I will. My all-time favorite book and movie, The Last Unicorn, is the whole point of it. The whole point is that the villain in the story, collects all the unicorns into the sea because it's the only thing that makes him happy. He is otherwise a king. He does all these things. He tried to adopt a son because he thought because he didn't have children, wasn't happy, and that didn't make him happy either. But the unicorns were the only thing that made him happy. So he imprisoned them all in the sea. And now there weren't any more unicorns, right? And that's kind of the point. You can't hold on to joy. You can't force joy to just be for you.
Yeah.
They will always, the joy will always find a way. And I mean, that's, you know, I've said many, many times that is a movie that has impacted how I live my life. And that would explain a lot of the ways I interact with the world, because you can't hoard joy.
You can't. And also, according to Princess Leia Organa, the more systems you squeeze the tighter you squeeze your hand, rather, the more systems that will slip through your fingers, right?
Exactly. All right. So I know there's a pizza waiting for us, and we do need to go eat it. But
we need to go eat it.
I mean, it's
it's not gonna eat itself.
It's my joy. I want my pizza.
Yeah, no.
All right. So why don't we close up shop? We talked about headlines or whatever. I don't even know what we
did.
Talked
We?
about.
I mean, we talked about some stuff.
We did. So why don't you take us away?
Okay, then. Bill Has Opinions, engineered and produced by Laura Lavoie. The opinions of Bill are his and his alone, unless Laura agree with him, or vice versa. Either way, be sure to like and subscribe on YouTube. Follow us on Facebook. # Opinion Gang and/or Can't Miss Bill shit. If you have a question, comment, concern, idea for future show, or something else you want to say to us,
sure.
Be sure to check us next week. We'll be back with another exciting show, probably about the mess we're in. I don't know.
I think it will be until we're dead. That's got to be the mess we're in.
The mess we're in.
Yeah.
That's what we're talking about. Unless something exciting happens. I don't know.
Differently exciting.
Something different, exciting in a different way.
Yeah.
Anyway, we'll see you next week, hopefully.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.